job. Good job, indeed.
Greetings, kindred spirits. I wanted to share a bit about my little water dog, Bambino, who we might also call Minnie. She is the wobbliest dog in the world, and while many people might think a dog is just for companionship and for having fun and greeting everyone and loving everyone and constantly being the happy source in your life, my dog proved that entirely wrong. She taught me that dogs have personalities. They have wants and needs, and some dogs don't really want to be the center of attention constantly. Some dogs want to work on their confidence and their independence. Some dogs just want to focus on their human and their one human only. She's a wonderful dog for that. People might think because of her disability she has a lot of limits. And you might say that's correct, but I would argue that she just has less experience. Before I met her, she had poor experience with people walking even within 10 meters of her. She had poor experiences with buses and large trucks, anything that made a very loud sound. Even in the snow, she was slipping and sliding and would eventually lay down out of having poor confidence and not knowing how to manage herself. As you can imagine, if you were wobbling with every step, you'd be extremely wary of the grounds that you stepped on, especially in snow or sliding floors. And sure, she could wear shoes, but no matter what, she still had to learn. And no matter what, as you can see, there's nothing else for you to walk on. Thankfully in Canada, the snow grew over our heads, and it was the perfect time to train her with it. Some people might say, oh, just don't let her walk in the snow, carry her everywhere you go, but as you can see, she figures it out. Areas where people have walked are clear like paths, and places where they haven't walked might be a little bit more difficult. She learns a lot. She's a very intelligent dog. Some also ask, why bother having a service dog with disabilities? What could they possibly do for you? And sometimes I want to answer that question with, what an ignorant comment. You're implying that anything with a disability is useless and cannot actually accomplish anything. You're implying that giving a job to anyone with a disability is cruelty. And that's not really the case. The association that I got her from, in fact, was looking for someone who could give her a task. As you can see, she's a funky little border collie, and her brain functions 100% border collie. She doesn't really want to herd animals, but she does love to chase. And she did have to learn that nipping ankles is not the best way to get people to do things for you. But after 2 little lessons of that, and a lot of training, I realized sits, stays, and rollover, that is extremely basic for this dog. She needed a task. The association was correct about that. So for me, she does certain tasks which I will not elaborate here, but most of which involve mobility. The difference between her and I is she is not suffering from her disability, nor is she in any pain. I am constantly in pain. I have about 4 hours in the day maximum to do anything that I want to do, before feeling extremely stiff and immobile. When my episodes flare up, my dog takes action. She helps me out in tremendous ways. And though people ask me such ignorant questions, I always answer with, you'd be surprised with what she can do. And trust me, she can do a lot.
Okay. Oh, not bad. That's it! That's the one! Ah!
Having this dog has certainly impacted my social anxiety. I used to be extremely confident and independent, and while my disability certainly has affected that, with the stares that people give you, wondering, are you dying, or did you hurt yourself? Why do you walk like that? Etc. Having a dog makes it a little bit more antagonizing because I have to explain, what's going on with me. And usually, at the start, I would fully explain what happened, and I no longer do that now. Main reason being, people make extreme judgments on both the positive and negative ends. There'll be a cure one day, don't you worry, or that's impossible, you're too young. And no matter what, I just feel like these are not conversations that I really want to take on mentally. I don't really have the stamina for that. Instead, I direct things to my dog. My dog is disabled, but she can do a lot. I am disabled, and I can do a lot too. We both are a little bit more cautious of where we step and what we do, who we interact with, and for how long. And that's okay. I love having her around. And as much as I appreciate having a service dog, this is quite the privilege. It is not the only thing that my dog is meant to do.
Apologies, my voice is still crusty, but tomorrow hopefully it'll be better. Wanted to share. I finally, since on Instagram I was doing a lot of makeup stuff, drawing out my face. I was using Posca markers. I don't have anything against Posca. It works. Just make sure you have like good stuff for your skin to do that. I generally apply it and then like take it off the same day. Like I don't let that sit on my face because acrylic is glue and you don't want it staying on your face forever. But I said eventually I will get myself a good type of makeup, something that is not made of a bunch of chemicals and crap that irritates the skin or comes from, brands of which I don't really like that much. But I wanted to try and take on a palette that kind of fits myself but will last a while. I don't want to experiment with brands or whatever, so I went with my gut. One of them, this one is Maron, but the reason why I'm not showing you guys is because I actually had an issue which was thankfully solved very well, but I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing, which kind of put me behind on time aside from the sickness. But I ordered this one because one, they have really cool colors. Two, I really like the, I think it's like a pencil or like a marker thing, and it's like this thick, like the circumference is like this, and you can really draw and like get some really nice coverage without having to use a brush and powder. So I like that. I just didn't try it yet. Even now I haven't tried it yet. But unfortunately when I ordered it, this is what I got. So like I ordered it, I opened, I was like so excited, and it looked like that. And I was like, what happened? You can see the nice black. This is me doing the cleaning. There was blue like all over. I'll put some pictures on here, and blue all over the underside. And then the clear plastic that goes on this, I cleaned that as well. It was covered in blue. I know that they don't have any control over shipping and stuff like that, but like that was a huge disappointment for the amount of money I spent, because it's like you expect that they know how to package, considering they're a makeup company. They know how to package the way it should be for the reckless endangerment that they might encounter when being shipped, but I guess I was one of those unlucky ones. The good thing is I had the courage to tell them that I wasn't really content with it. I wasn't really happy about it. And they eventually emailed me back to say, you know, they'll send me a refill, and I thought they were going to send me the refill, but they actually sent me a full-on second palette. Un momento. Struggling to walk. This one, exactly how it should have been, you know? Like, look how clean. The other one, I think I cleaned it now. Yeah, there's still a little bit of blue on it, but I'm cleaning it. So nice, so clean, so nice, so clean. Okay, the back, it's black. When I got this one, like I said, I'm still cleaning it. It was completely blue. I was like, wait, do they decorate their their cases? But no, they don't. I just look, it's beautiful. But they didn't do that for me the first time, so kind of disappointment. Like, this is what I was hoping for the first time. Whatever. So that's what I'm taking care of right now. Then I will post some new makeup tutorials on Instagram for y'all to see.
Honestly, feel free to skip forward on me trying to salvage this makeup kit. I just didn't want it to go to waste. Thankfully, like I mentioned, they did provide me with a second one, which looks fabulous, but I am not a fan of wasting any material in any capacity. The good thing is I now have a little bit extra of each color, even though my green or turquoise might be a little bit funky. But mermaid makeup is one of my favorite things to do. In fact, I should say fantasy makeup or mermaid warrior makeup, because it's not just about looking pretty or looking scary. It's about capturing the things that make you feel like you. You may notice a lot of my makeup involves things like natural elements, that is, leaves or trees, of course, water, and sometimes even the colors of animals that I might see, either in the sea or near bodies of water. These things matter to me, and that's why they might be on my face. I'm curious to know what kinds of things you guys would put into your mermaid warrior makeup. I'm happy if you comment below to let me know. I just want to add that this is a new format of YouTube videos that I'm putting on here. Although this is a big, long montage of the things we've done for the last 3 months, I also wanted to put together something that is a bit more me. I do love doing voiceovers to let you guys know what I'm going through or the things that I've experienced, but I was thinking to do a little bit less music and a little bit more natural environment sounds. So please do let me know in the comments below what you like and if this is something that you are happy to play in the background while you're cooking or creating. That's kind of what I do when I watch YouTube. Shout out Cinepals. And I feel really good when I do it. I'm about as happy as Bambino is right here. She loves going for walks. This was a surprise walk that I wanted to explore for Anthony's birthday. We went to an area in the woods where there was a maze down below. Unfortunately, we couldn't go all the way down. It was, I would say, maybe 10 meters down. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up very well. Even right here, we're about 3 meters. And once you see with the camera what it looks like on the way down, my fellow mermaids, you might see this is very similar to what you see in the sea, which is very cool. But we were out in the air. Still, because of the snow at the bottom, we figured it wasn't too safe to walk all the way down there. Nonetheless, one of the coolest formations of the earth that I've ever seen.
Hello. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. We go this way, Ben.
Oh, nice. Oh, this is nice. Oh, wait.
I'd rather go around, maybe.
It's nice. Good. I mean,
It's okay?
Yeah.
Is it too big for her paws?
Yeah.
It looks big.
She can hurt herself.
We won't be able to go anywhere.
Just be careful with ice. We can make love in this fail.
Yeah, that's true. Down here, it's a little bit better.
I thought it was the stinky one.
No. This is a porcupine. Take my phone.
This was definitely one of the highlights of our experience. Not really something that I was expecting to find, but like I mentioned, it was the first time I ever seen one in the wild. I've seen them at zoos and petting zoos, ironically, but this was our first time in the wild, and Anthony originally thought it was a skunk, but no, just a sleepy, slightly but not really fluffy thing that was going up the tree just to take a nap. Even on our way back, we saw him or her resting at the top in the pine needles and with their own needles, nice and relaxed. So that was nice to see. We love exploring like this, hiking and going into areas that we've never been before, but things that are fairly safe. We're not that ballsy, but it's definitely our thing, and I'm glad to take you guys all along with us.
Climbed all the way up. Whoop. What a view! Relax the butt.
You take a photo?
I will, yes.
There is more kids there. You see the wall?
Oh yeah, I see it from here too. Nice.
Aïe aïe aïe, stop the kisses.
Arrête.
Arrête.
Look
Oui.
at the nose.
Oh. Friend, go home, eat some meat.
What's up, girl?
What are you doing?
I'm glad you. What day is it today? April 21st, maybe? 20th. April 20th. We were supposed to be in Quebec today.
Every year that we're together, we try to go a little bit earlier and a little bit earlier into the water for a cold plunge. This time was definitely the earliest I've ever done, like I mentioned, at the end of April, and we were supposed to be in Quebec at this time as we had received an opportunity there, but we felt in our hearts that that was not where we were meant to be. We decided to wait, and it's funny, right after this we had received an opportunity in Ottawa instead. And as I'm recording this in Ottawa after 1 month being here, I kind of just laugh at it. It was ironic. We decided to do the cold plunge as a form of faith that something better, something not necessarily better, but something more fitting, more suited to our needs was coming. And that was exactly what arrived just the next day. Some people might just call it a coincidence. Some might call it an act of God. And I definitely call it awesome. Fabulous little miracle. And I'm glad we decided to go for this. So yeah, you're about to watch us squeal and yell with joy. It was definitely a time to remember.
My other way is okay? Not holes? No holes. You're good. Huh? I go.
Just wanted to add really quickly, I'm sure some of you might think I was crazy to go in the way I did, but I think the way Anthony went in was even crazier. I could not do it that way, slowly entering and then diving. I would have definitely died. I need to go all at once. I've been doing it this way since I could swim, since I loved water, since I was like 4 years old. I love it this way. I can't do it any other way. Anyway, that's all.
Okay? Okay?
I also wanted to point out Bambino's reaction to when I had fallen the second time. She is also lifeguard trained. For me, in case anything happens to me while I am in water, she knows exactly how to find me and exactly how to rescue me. Just another point that dogs with disabilities are not useless, just as humans with disabilities are not useless. Something to remember, just in case.
How do you feel, my baby?
I feel good. I mean, it was like reconnection to nature.
Oh yeah.
I can feel the cold on my body, activating the fire within. I'm ready for a new
Yeah, my toes
adventure
can
now.
feel it.
Yeah. Whatever it is, the new adventure. Damn.
So that's 2026, April 20th, 2026. Jumping into cold ass water after the ice had just melted.
Yep.
That's my baby. Oh my god, your nose is red.
Red.
Your cheeks are red.
Yeah, my body is red
Oh my goodness.
because of the cold. My blood activation is good.
And my blood activation, too much melanin to see.
Yeah, but you are red. I can see.
My nose maybe.
Yeah.
At this point, we had arrived in Eastern Ontario, and this was the first or maybe the fourth or fifth time that I swam in a river in Ontario. Usually I swim in lakes or ponds, and this is the first time I went into a river. And you can see the visibility is pretty low here. In a lake, it's a little bit more visible as the sand is resting below the surface and the water isn't really moving. But We decided to play around underwater with our camera and record what our feet sound like or what the sounds of the water sound like and how it looks. And honestly, I really loved it. So enjoy our underwater adventure and recording what things look like in this area of Ontario. If you're new here, by the way, I wanted to let you know that the Mermaid Warrior Academy is starting up in July. I am doing a live on June 30th to answer any questions about what this program is going to entail. And for those of you who I've met in person at any body of water while being in Ontario or at any event, this is definitely something that you and maybe your children or even yourself might be interested in. There are no age restrictions with this, but there are some projects and some tasks that we might take on that will require some assistance if needed. I created this Mermaid Warrior Academy because, unfortunately, I don't really have access to a lot of mermaiding in Florida. I do have family in Florida, in two parts of Florida, but we only go once a year or once every 2 years, and the likelihood of me being able to do any mermaiding events while there is very, very low. So I thought, why not just create some mermaiding programs here? There is absolutely nothing happening in Ontario with that. So far, the mermaids that are here either work for themselves or work as a group, which is totally fine if that's something that works best for them. But I really want to build a community around mermaiding, and I figured now was the time to do so after receiving my PADI certifications and doing so much practice with mermaiding, learning about the skill as well as learning about the objects that we use in order to swim and to look fabulous as mermaids. I figured it would be really, really awesome to eventually have a community of other people who might be interested in doing the same. I understand that mermaiding is a huge niche and many people might feel like it is not something for them, whether it is financially difficult or physically demanding, but there are lots of things involved in mermaiding and lots of ways around things that might be quite difficult. I figured now was the time to help each other out. And if that's something you're interested in, please comment below and let me know.
Two, 4, 6, 8.
Well, they seem to be totally undisturbed by people. But I have to admit, I'm not gonna try to see if they wanna, or if they want me around, because, you know, nature is nature and nature is gonna defend itself, which I'm 100% behind. But this is definitely the coolest thing I've ever done. I'm sorry I'm not wearing my mic right now, so I hope you guys can hear me just fine. It's quite quiet. Someone's over there playing a ukulele. That's it. That's my kind of day. 3 willow trees, lots of geese, and lots of geeselings. Gooselings? Goslings. I think it's gosling, like Ryan. Here we go. Yeah, it's been a while since I posted. I have an art studio, which is crazy to say, but I don't know how I'm going to set it up yet. I'm still setting it up, like that's where I'm at. I just got a table in the room. It's a big room. It's got beautiful windows, 2 of which I can open, and it's wonderful for the things I want to make. But I don't have everything that I want to have in it yet. So I don't know if you guys have felt like this, like where you move to a new place and it just doesn't feel like you're fully settled in, even though it's been more than a week, you know, more than a few days. I kind of just, I don't know. I feel like I need more, I don't want to say I need more things, but I do in a way where I just need more of me in the space. And I feel like once I have that, I'll feel even better. I have to interrupt. I'm sorry. I need you guys to see this. You see Papa? Staring right at me. And the little babies are back there. Too many children. You guys have too many children. Oh my God. I'm not desperate. I'm so tempted to go closer, but you know, I don't want to be one of those people. Again, I'm zoomed in. Hey. I don't want to be one of those YouTube video that makes some of you guys laugh on a Wednesday afternoon. So I'm not approaching them. You know, oh, mommy just did a dance. She did a good stretch before to sit down. Oh boy. I can't imagine having 26 babies to look after. That's just crazy. Although these guys are not really babies anymore. They are, I think, in their like teenage phase, because they have floof, but they're more floofy on the top and smooth underneath. But it's so freaking cute. I could stay here all day. I said I was gonna go home by 2 p.m. to get started on some work, but whew, I'm enjoying my time, you know? Oh, mommy's sleeping. Oh, nope, she's awake. She's like, oh, these kids drive me crazy. I need a nap. Somebody help me. Sorry, mama. Pushing out 26 of them and then being surrounded by them constantly. Who knows, maybe she's happy. Anyway, I got my new art studio. I'm gonna just cut this. No, right now I am hunting on Marketplace to see what kinds of unique things, both related to mermaiding and art and writing and all the things that I love, and how I can get that in to my space. You know what I really would love? You see these? If you don't know me yet, okay, one thing, my favorite tree on the planet are willow trees. I don't care what type, just weeping willow, they got my heart. If I could have some weeping willow artificial vines in my space and in my market booth for mermaiding, that would make me quite happy. Uh-oh, Pops. Oh, no, he's going to the babies. Okay, I thought he was coming to me. That would make me quite happy because these are so much fun and they're so pretty. Anyway, that's just the nerd in me. And she loves that stuff, that's true. Man, these babies eat a lot. I guess it's nice when your food is free. Our food is free too, technically speaking, but you know, the man upstairs has made us all believe that we have to pay for it. It doesn't make any sense. But that's another story for another time. They're all leaving. Time to go. Oh, Dad does not want me following. They're all going. Everybody's going. Backing up, minding my business, looking everywhere else, and I'll make myself small. When you make yourself small, it makes it less threatening for them, so make myself small. But look at this familia of geese. All while these poofy willow poof things are flying in the air. About to give me some bad allergies later. It's crazy how their instincts like work as one, you know? Like these geese here started just running towards the water and all of them started running. And the babies running with their little wings in the air. Man. Human babies are cute, but geese are bird babies, no matter what kind of bird baby. Even the ugliest bird babies. Also post your ugliest bird baby picture in the comments, I'm okay with that. They're all so cute. Okay, bye. There's the last but not least are over there. The two that just don't feel like it. Some babies getting their last snacks before it's time to go. Here they go. Drinking some water. Everybody's drinking at the same time. I love that. Look at their necks. Doing some dances with each other. I wonder what they're saying. It's the one thing I don't have much knowledge about biology, or really any of that. I kind of gave up on that mostly because they forced us to learn it in school and I just couldn't stand it. But it turns out one thing that I would love to learn is how other different animals communicate with each other and what their body language really means and why they act a certain way. Why do the geese always be in a line? I mean, why don't they swim in a heart shape or a star shape or a firework shape? I don't know. Why do they eat so much? I don't know. Oh, oop. I don't know if you guys saw that. I hope you did. The duck hit the rock and like swam away like it got attacked. That's kind of funny. But anyway, that's it here. That's it for now. There's two. One, two, one, two. I needed a little bit of a break, hence I decided to swim a bit. I don't know if I'll swim with the camera after. Maybe I will, but this river is so hard to see anything in this river. It's not like the lake where I usually swim in Barrie, which is relatively clear, at least for 2-3 meters you can see in front of you. Here it's like half a meter. So if I have the camera, technically I have to have it exactly in the position that you guys are in right now, and that could be, I don't know if that's going to be useful or not, because you're just going to see a bunch of murky crap around me while I'm swimming, but we can go ahead and try it. Oh my god, guys, I have an event coming June 20, which I should have announced like 10 years ago, but I've been so caught up in getting everything and dealing with my mental, I didn't really have time to focus on that, but this is the announcement. So June 20th, I will be in Brockville as a mermaid, and Anthony or Octony will be with me, being a little warrior for the kids, take photos with the kids, act a fool a little bit. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on July 17, I have a full show to give in Innisfil. Technically it's story time, but I told them that I was going to do like a lot of different things because 1, I want to, 2, I need the evidence, and 3, like, why not? You know, it's more fun, I think. I'm trying to get some other things to kind of make up a social media space in our apartment so that I have like a cool backdrop that I really like, and not just like the satin fabric, which is what I was using, like a blue satin fabric. Now I kind of just want to use like a bunch of my things and just kind of give you guys a little piece of me, but just from my background. So those are the main things I'm working on. I need to, the next 2 performances that I have won't make this up entirely, but I'm trying to raise some money so I can get some supplies to make silicone mermaid tails. I want to be the first in Ontario, second in Canada to make silicone mermaid tails. I have too many designs. I think now I've reached 100. 50 was last year, but 100 mermaid tail designs. I think it's 112 specifically. And the goal is to make 500 designs by the end of summer. But in this main situation, I want to be able to make 10 mermaid tails. It's a bit out there because I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve it. But if I could make, like, honestly, I would be quite satisfied with even just one. But I do have 2, 3-ish in mind, because I wanted to make tails of different levels in order to eventually sell them possibly next year. Hopefully by then I have my own strategy or my own method down. So I don't know, we'll see. Basic design would be your typical scales with one color, any color, even if it's color shifting color, just one color, and a basic fluke. And then your intermediate design, it would be something that has maybe like three 3 colors. I don't really think doing too many colors is genius, but it depends. Like if you want to do a rainbow or anything where the gradient flows, that always looks nice. It doesn't matter how many colors you have, it always looks fantastic. But I would say 3 colors for the intermediate, unlimited for the highest. And in the intermediate, you can choose different flukes. But then also I would add like a design on top of the tail. And then the last one, or the highest one, although maybe for the second one, I might add texture for this one, because I think it would be nice to have some texture. Then for the advanced one, it would be both texture and unlimited colors and whatever design, I don't know. But I have some different things, different ideas in mind that I feel would fit quite nicely for starting to make. And so I'm starting with the basic tail and then 2 textures. So that's gonna be a lot of work, because not because of the silicone part or the painting part. Like, I feel like those parts are actually pretty straightforward. It just, you have to get the mixture correct, and that'll bring you up top, really. But the main issue is actually, I have water in my nose, is actually making the mold, the sculpture and the mold. And everybody has tails that are pretty common, fish scales. It's nothing new, nothing unique, but everybody kind of makes their own scales. I have my own scales. You might have seen it on my blue top. If not, I'll show you again here. But the other idea is that I want to make textures of different things that I find in and around aquatic areas, and even textures of architecture. Because I feel like a lot of architecture actually comes from underwater inspiration. Some ideas of texture include coral, leaves, not just fish scales. But there are 2 textures that I really want to make. And I know, oh my God, it's going to be a lot of work, but I want to try. I've applied for some grants to try and get this, but I don't know if I'm going to even get that. So if I don't get the grants, it is what it is. I'm going to spend like $5,000 to try to make these tails, but I think in the end it'll be worth it. If anything, I'll have silicone tails to wear, even if they're not fancy. And they're my own. And when people will ask me, I'll be like, oh, I made it. That's right. And no, I don't sell until next year. We'll see. And then I have to go back home, answer some emails. I don't not like emails. If you guys are emailing me, you've sent me an email and I don't respond. Sometimes it's Outlook. It's so annoying. Sometimes it's Gmail. Also annoying. But sometimes it's my own mental. It's not about being in the mood necessarily. It's like you need to have some level of awakeness to do emails, especially emails that are detailed. If it's a quick response email, it's no big deal, but planning, logistics, I'm sorry if it takes me a long time. I don't mean anything against you to be like, oh, I don't care to respond. I care to respond. And plus, a lot of my logistic emails are full, are lengthy, and it's just because I want to capture all the details as much as possible. So if you're emailing me, thank you for emailing me. Thank you for considering me. Thank you for talking to me. But I promise I will always respond to you. I know I didn't post for the last 3 months. YouTube, she wants me to be consistent, but like, damn. I had things to do. I was very sick. February, March, April. I was sick for a good 60 days. I wasn't well. If I posted anything on Instagram, it was staggered. It wasn't consistent, which is usually like, you'll see like 10 posts from me a week. But I wasn't on it. I was not well. I was on bed rest. And I even tried to make it to an event think it was called Glam It Up. I was even supposed to be a part of it, but I was so unwell. I couldn't even muster up, getting together my things to sell, getting together, all the logistics. If you do markets, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't have the capacity to even get up and shower my entire body. If you're a woman, female specifically, you understand what I mean when I say I had to do a quick, important sections only type of shower because it was a hard time. They have babies. Wait. Oh my God. You guys didn't tell me, you didn't tell me. I'm so blind. Look at them. Wait, let me zoom in so you guys can get the full experience. Oh my God. I freaking love them. I freaking love them. I do. I freaking love them. Even though I had plans to do social media and be involved in Barrie, everybody that I emailed in Barrie did not respond to me. I think people think that I was a scam. People don't respond when I put the word mermaid in my email, I think. I don't know. So it was kind of a bummer. So I didn't get to do anything in Barrie, but thankfully I have one in Innisfil, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I have so many, it's not that it's my first time performing or anything. I did it for fun in France, for free and for fun. I would just show up spontaneously to events in the tail, and that was enough to capture people's attention. But I have so many things that I want to do for my performing. I want to make the whole thing a huge experience and have a lot of fun with it, And I feel like that's not something that I was able to do when I was just spontaneously performing. So I'm hoping that this will give us fantastic evidence. Plan to bring my camera and just kind of set it up at least for an hour or so and just take some great recordings of what we're doing and whatnot. And so I didn't get those opportunities in Barrie, but while I'm here, I've had I come here with my monofin. I come, I chill, I swim, and sometimes it captures people's attention, which is really cool. I had some people, talk to me on the beach. If you are one of the 5, 6, maybe, if you're including the kid, 6 people who have seen me here on the beach, I'm not going to say which beach, I don't like stalkers, but you've seen me on the beach, you know which beach it is. And, you asked me questions about the Mermaid program. It is coming. It is something that I'm building. I will have a live about it on June 30th at 12 p.m. our time. It will be recorded and it will be placed on my website as well. So if you have any questions, you can get the information there. So anyway, I'll have lots of evidence of what I like to do for performing, and hopefully that brings me somewhere else too for the summer, because it's only June, and though I don't know if I'm going to be doing too much this month, next month I still want to fill up some of my weekends and see. Plus, the Mermaid Warrior Academy is also being built up on Instagram, which is technically part of the Mermaid swimming program. It's all under the same Mermaid Warrior Academy. It will be a membership. It will be probably $10 a month to be part of. There will be a lot going on in this. This is probably going to take up most of my time beyond making tails. This will be working out to help with your technique for both swimming on water and doing warrior moves on land. This will be creative things that help you to put together outfits, preferably no-sew outfits. What's funny? I don't mind sewing, but I really hate sewing at the same time. I really, really hate it. If I could find a way to do it in a way that's quick and problem solved type thing, that's what I'm gonna do. So if that's your vibe, you're in the right place too. Even things about the business of mermaiding, and I know I'm just starting, but I'm also not just starting. All this stuff has been in the works since last August, and most of it's just behind the scenes. So, you guys don't really see the evidence, but just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there, right? It's there, and I've been working, and lots of things that I've already learned. So I want to share that with anybody who, wants a piece of the knowledge. And the good thing about this is, even if it's $10 a month, you can sign up and quit whenever you want. And there won't be like free trial to be part of the membership, but there will be like some tools that I will provide on the membership site. So you don't need the membership to access the site, but you do need the membership to access the membership site, if that makes any sense. On the site itself, it will have like some free stuff, some guides, some quick tutorials, and some things that I also already post on Instagram. So I just plan to do as much as possible this summer. It's not that I'm saying yes to every opportunity. That's a dangerous thing, by the way. If you're an artist or performer of any kind, do not say yes to anything. Don't do that. But I am saying yes to those things that align very well with me. And I'm just going to go from there, really. And hope to God that it gets me everywhere that I want to go. And by next year, I would love to be selling tops at least. And if not tops, some accessories, some silicone accessories and things like that. Like, I would love to be doing that as a mermaid. Speaking of, I have to go get plaster today. I'm gonna just end this here. You guys can just sit with me if you'd like for a bit. And then you can go. Okay? Enjoy the view. Yeah. I'm wishing you wonder and room to be yourself from this side of the world.